An update on a fire in Toppenish that closed roads and forced evacuations. And a new family-friendly business opens its doors in Kennewick. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday, everyone. The last Monday of September, but the first Monday of fall.
Woo!
As we're moving along, and hey, a lot of good football over the weekend. The Seahawks, the Cougars, and the Huskies, and Oregon won.
Yeah.
So all our locals should be pretty happy.
Caught that great Cougs game.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, well, they tried to give it up late. but they got the onside kick, so that was very good. All right, let's take a quick look outside, everyone. We are looking at a very sleepy morning, wet roads. If you aren't seeing rain right now, we saw rain across our areas overnight. We're still seeing shower activity, Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish areas. This should come to an end in the next hour or so, but we'll see another round of shower activity coming in the middle to late morning hours. Then more showers for the Mid-Columbia as we get to our evening hours, and then more showers for the Blues late this evening into our overnight period. So visibility, we're seeing a few spots of not great visibility. Tri-Cities, Prosser, 40 and 30% visibility. Ellensburg and Yakima, 60%, but zero visibility if you're headed off into the mountains, so do be aware of that. So off and on showers today for Yakima. Going to be chilly. We're in the upper 60s. It's warmer the more east we go because the showers hit later the more east we go, so they're able to hold on to that heat for a little bit longer. Mid-70s for the Tri-Cities, lower 80s expected for Walla Walla. So folks, a lot to talk about today. More rain, below average temperatures, and winds picking up. I'll have your forecast coming up, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Cascade Natural Gas is working to restore service to the communities of Zilla, Toppenish, Wapato, and Granger following an explosion and fire on Friday. The Toppenish Fire Department responded to a fire near the old sugar beet factory in Toppenish around 10:30 Friday morning. Firefighters found a pickup truck on fire next to liquefied natural gas trailers. They also located a burn victim who was taken to Memorial Hospital in Yakima with life-threatening injuries. The hazardous nature of the fire caused a large-scale evacuation. Gas was also shut off to customers. The evacuations have since been lifted, and Cascade Natural Gas says service is expected to be restored by this evening. Now to the ongoing situation in Walla Walla after gasoline was found in the basement sump of the Marcus Whitman Hotel. The Walla Walla Fire Department delivered samples from 2 gas station storage tanks to a Portland lab for forensic analysis. Leak testing on fuel lines and storage tanks at both gas stations will take place tomorrow, and workers have drilled specially lined wells to help determine which direction the groundwater is moving in an effort to find the source of the gasoline. The city of Walla Walla says the sump in the basement of a building across from the hotel continues to accumulate contaminants, and Clean Harbor is working to pump it out. The Walla Walla Fire Department continues to conduct regular air quality monitoring around the area with no changes detected. A 41-year-old man died Friday night after his vehicle crashed east of Waitsburg. According to the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office, the man's vehicle crashed into a bridge pylon on Lower Hogeye Road just after 10:30 p.m. The man was ejected and the vehicle caught fire, and he was declared dead at the scene. An escaped inmate is back in custody at the Franklin County Jail. On Friday, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office reported 37-year-old Rigoberto Lopez Magalon had not returned from a 48-hour furlough. They also believed he removed his GPS tracking device. The Sheriff's Office says he's currently facing an assault charge from an arrest in July and now an additional escape charge. Lopez Magalon was located by the Pasco Police Department Sunday and booked into Franklin County Jail. When it comes to what the Central Washington State Fair has to offer, it's more than meets the eye. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell shows us what's new this year and hidden gems you won't want to miss.
You might come to the Central Washington State Fair for the deep fried Oreos, the curly fries, or the new Krispy Kreme burger, but there's plenty of reasons to stay.
We talk about foods, ride, and entertainment. Those are one of the drivers, and we all know about those. But, really be curious. Pop into those buildings, and you're going to learn so much.
Learn about the power of potatoes with this year's ag exhibit showcasing the mighty Spud.
I bet you didn't realize that the potatoes are in the top 10 commodities that are grown in Washington. We've said that they are the unsung heroes of Washington.
And with every hero comes a monster, a garbage monster.
They're really trying to promote recycle, reuse, and repurpose. And in some of their signage, they talk about making sure don't throw things in the landfill. We don't want it to be a garbage monster.
Create instead, like the local artists and amateurs chosen to beautify the benches around the fairgrounds.
We had some of them paint them like fair food and landscapes of Yakima Valley. We had them a carnival of animals.
From a cow print bench to having a cow and an apple as the new fair mascots.
You're going to see them not only at fair time, but as they become part of the family all year round promoting the fair.
But first, what to call them?
Get your creative hats on and help us name the mascots. There'll be 2 lucky winners that win a 2024 fair swag bag that's valued at $400.
And if you like contests, food eating, mullet wearing, daily competitions that you can enter on the community stage.
What I'm real interested to see, and I hope my husband doesn't enter, is called the Spouse and Partner Calling Contest.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
If you're looking to save at the fair, check out fairfun.com for a list of discount days, including Apple Valley News Now School Supply Drive Day this Wednesday, where donating 3 new school supplies will get you free admission between noon and 4. Quake Family Fun Center, a dinosaur-themed indoor park with plenty of activities to choose from, opened its doors for the first time this weekend. This is in the Badger Canyon area of Kennewick near Cottonwood Elementary School. The owners tell us they wanted to create a family-friendly space with something for kids and adults.
Back when I was a little kid, I remember the first time I went to Chuck E. Cheese and how awesome it was. And I remember the first time I went to Disneyland, and we're not Disneyland or Chuck E. Cheese, but we certainly want to make those memorable experiences for our customers. And
the official grand opening is expected in early October, and currently they're still working on a permanent schedule until that grand opening. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
After some wetness for your weekend, we have more shower activity or, remnants of shower activity throughout our areas this morning. Will it continue? All of your forecasts coming up.
Plus, after a nearly 5-month strike, the Writers Guild of America reaches a tentative deal with studios.
Rock and roll's most wanted man, Stephen Pearcy, the voice of Rat, live. Stephen Pearcy. With special guest, Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses. Friday, November 10th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster or Legends Gift Shop. Stephen Pearcy, live.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an electric vehicle from Overturf Kia, your EV headquarters. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Save over $5,500 on a new 2023 all-electric EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive. Now just $48,999. Or get 2.49% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Red or white. At Coyote Canyon, we've got you covered. If you love red, try our Italian Sangiovese, French Grenache, or Spanish Tempranillo. Like what you taste? Wine Club. Come visit our tasting room in Prosser. Coyote Canyon is calling.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts. Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, the Writers Guild of America and major Hollywood studios have reached a tentative deal to end the months-long strike. The WGA announced the tentative agreement in an email to its more than 11,000 members last night, calling the deal exceptional. The writers have been on strike since May 2nd, the second longest in the union's history. The contract still needs to be ratified by the union members. The news of a tentative deal comes just one day after the studios announced that they delivered their best and final offer. In a statement, the WGA said it could authorize members to return to work on Tuesday before the deal is ratified. The WGA says while they are still on strike, they are suspending picketing as of Sunday. Instead, the Guild is urging its members to join the picket line for the actors' strike. Well, after more than 3-year pause, interest on student loan debt started accruing again at the beginning of the month, and payments on those balances will resume on October 1st, this Sunday. ABC's Tim Pulliam has tips for millions of Americans who are affected.
Earlier this year, the Supreme Court struck down President Biden's student loan debt cancellation plan. And now, after more than 3 years, Americans with student loans will have to start paying those debts again.
I really don't know quite how I'm going to be able to swing these payments again.
Emily Irwin, Senior Director of Advice at Wells Fargo, recognizes the difficult position borrowers are in.
Understandably, this is something that even though it's been a pause, it felt permanent because it was so long, but it is coming. We really have to be able to set aside any anger or disappointment that changes weren't made with respect to loan forgiveness, because this can affect your financial future.
She says it's time to get organized. Make a detailed list of your loans, including the loan provider, outstanding balance, and interest rate. Distinguish whether it's a private loan or publicly funded through the federal government. For the latter, she recommends setting up automatic payments.
If you do that, you're going to receive a 0.25% off your interest with any federal loan. Many, if not most, private loans also offer you that discount on your interest rate.
Next, Irwin says to re-examine your budget, look at your income and your expenses, and allocate a new bucket to the student loan payments.
If you have a little bit of extra, you might even want to throw a little bit of extra dollars every single month towards that student loan payment that has the highest interest rate.
Tackling loans with the largest interest rates first can mean paying less money in the long run. But at the very least, she says make the minimum payments. And if you're unable to, there are resources available. You can start with studentaid.gov to research repayment programs such as an income-driven plan and look into what types of deferment or forbearance options may be available to you based on a change of circumstances over the last 3 years. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Irwin says the last thing you want to do is miss a payment, which can impact your credit score and affect things like your ability to borrow money for a car or a home. Coming up, Tropical Storm Ophelia struck the Northeast this weekend, damaging property and leaving tens of thousands in the dark. Nothing extreme here, but we are seeing some wetness throughout our areas, and we have more to come today and this week. I'll get you ready and prepared in my first alert weather forecast coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
A pumpkin patch, a corn maze, and so much more.
The culmination of the whole season of growing all the fruits and veggies.
Fall in Green Bluff.
Just a giant celebration.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. We kick off Live's Let's Dance Week.
Did my entire back of my dress rip open?
Nope,
okay,
nope, just a little bit.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and a nice morning so far, and get ready for more shower activity today. Now in Yakima, Ellensburg, Toppenish, you are still seeing it, but we do expect this to come to an end in the next hour or so, and we'll see a little bit of a break before showers return. I'll get to that in the future cast. But for the Blue Mountain region and the Mid-Columbia, we've had a break. We had shower activity overnight till about 2 a.m. or so. We do expect showers to return, but it's going to take a little bit longer, especially for the Blues. So let's take a look at our future cast. Again, we do expect to see a break for Ellensburg, Yakima, and Toppenish. Then those showers should return as we get into our early afternoon. Then it will slowly move off into the east, Tri-Cities area, Mid-Columbia, getting showers early evening into really our overnight period, and then it will continue to move to the east and get into the Blue Mountain region in our actual overnight period. And then just scattered showers for the next at least day or so. As we get to Wednesday, we'll have more sustained shower activity. So heavy showers at times. Why is this happening? Well, we're right in the middle of a jet stream that is coming through, and this is this morning. Strong system bringing in shower activity, and again, we have this pressure system out here just churning it in, and churning in wind as well. Wind's picking up today, and as we move into the rest of our day, it just keeps on moving a little bit to the east, and so does that jet stream. So do expect to see windy conditions as we move along in our morning, at least into the afternoon. Pretty much when the showers show up, you should be seeing a little bit heavier wind, and I'm talking about this afternoon, not what we're seeing this morning. So temperature 60 degrees for Hermiston. Other than that, we're in the lower to upper 50s, staying warmer because, well, there is cloud coverage keeping in the heat. Now our temperatures, this is for the Tri-Cities. We're right around the average for our areas today. Yakima area, Ellensburg, you're going to be below averages because you're already getting the influence of that jet stream bringing in cooler air from north. Now in the Blue Mountain region, they're a little warmer than average today because it's going to take even longer to get to them after we see our highs, but definitely cooling down into our next work week. Here are those winds starting to form, 18-mile-per-hour winds for Pendleton. We do expect 10 to 15 to even 20-mile-per-hour winds today, even heavier tomorrow, 15 to 25-mile-per-hour winds. Then they'll be slowing down a bit into our weekend, picking back up next week. Again, don't forget, we are entering, my goodness, October on Sunday. So let's take a look at those highs today. 65 Ellensburg, 68 Yakima. And again, the more east you go, the warmer it's going to be. Mid-70s for the entirety of the Mid-Columbia. And in the Blue Mountain region, we're right in those lower 80s. All of our areas will cool down as we move along in our week. Mid to upper 80s to lower 80s through really Saturday, and more shower activity on the way. The heaviest stuff will be coming on Wednesday, and maybe warming up a bit as we get to Sunday, but still, folks, well below our averages for this time of year. Overnight lows return to the 40s Tuesday late night. In the Tri-Cities area, cooling down to the mid-60s by Wednesday. A little less shower activity, or at least chances of shower activity, but still more on the way Tuesday and especially Wednesday. So for today, we're going to get a break of the showers right now. Yakima, Ellensburg, they'll come back early afternoon, and then in the Mid-Columbia in our early evening hours, and then late evening to overnight period, we'll see the Blue Mountain regions get hit. So a little windy today, a little chilly today, and do get ready for wetness. If you're not seeing it right now, the roads are definitely wet, so maybe give yourself a little extra time.
We turn now to the massive storm hitting the East Coast. Tropical storm Ophelia first made landfall in North Carolina early Saturday, bringing 70-mile-per-hour winds and coastal flooding. And the slow-moving storm is expected to bring more rain from New York City to Boston today, making for a rough morning commute. ABC's Melissa Don has the details.
The remnants of Tropical Storm Ophelia soaking the Northeast this weekend, bringing blinding rain, gusty winds, and coastal flooding. This massive tree crashing down on cars in New York City.
We were in it a few minutes earlier, so imagine if we just parked there and then the thing fell down when we were all in the car.
Ophelia making landfall in North Carolina early Saturday with 70-mile-per-hour winds, powerful waves, even crashing into homes. Coastal communities flooded out by the dangerous storm surge.
We got a lot more water than we expected from a tropical storm.
Strong winds bringing down trees and leaving tens of thousands without power. In New Jersey, heavy rain and coastal flooding still a concern tonight.
It just comes up so fast you don't realize it. You could be walking down the street and then you come back 10 minutes later and the whole street is flooded.
In Stone Harbor, first responders rescuing this woman after her car got stranded in the rising waters.
For the first time, NASA has returned an asteroid sample to Earth. The OSIRIS-REx spacecraft swung by Earth Sunday and delivered a sample collected from the asteroid Bennu. The delivery was made by releasing a capsule containing nearly 9 ounces of asteroid rocks and soil from space toward a landing zone in the Utah desert. Teams are now collecting the samples and will take them to Houston to study. Scientists say this is a big opportunity to learn more about the origins of the solar system. After the drop, OSIRIS-REx will continue its tour of the solar system to capture a detailed look at a different asteroid. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, the CDC is recommending approval for a new vaccine that could help protect unborn babies from RSV.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Did you know Astria Health has a board-certified plastic surgeon offering cosmetic and reconstructive procedures? If you're struggling with your appearance or want to repair damage, Astria offers several treatments and procedures, including surgical options. Dr. Bronson offers breast procedures, abdominoplasty, liposuction, facelifts, and more. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to Dr. Bronson. Astria Health, exceptional rural healthcare close to home.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
The head of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says people who are having trouble getting the updated COVID vaccine should stick with it. She delivered the message in a video posted on social media.
We've heard that people in some areas have had problems getting the updated vaccine, either because their pharmacy doesn't have it yet or because of a billing issue with their insurance company. It's important to know that there is vaccine available. You will be able to get one. And it should be free for you, whether or not you have insurance. If you've had a problem finding the vaccine, stick with it. More vaccine is on the way.
Cohen notes this is the first year the federal government is not distributing COVID vaccines, and the new system is similar to how the flu vaccine makes it to pharmacies every year. She said the agency is in close contact with the vaccine makers and pharmacies as they work to get more vaccine delivered across the U.S. In the meantime, Cohen said people getting vaccinated at their local pharmacy should be sure to confirm all of their details beforehand, including whether their pharmacy is in network for their insurance plan. A panel of CDC advisors is recommending approval for a new vaccine intended for moms-to-be. Advocates say the mom would get the vaccine late in pregnancy to protect her baby against RSV. The FDA approved the vaccine last month. RSV is the most common reason that babies end up in the hospital across the United States, and most of them are perfectly healthy before they get the virus. Advocates are hoping that if the CDC does approve the maternal vaccine, it will help bring down those numbers. Cost could be an issue though. Pfizer, which created the vaccine up for review right now, says it would cost about $300 per dose. The number of firefighters who have died from 9/11 related illnesses has reached 343. That's according to the New York Fire Department, which says that is the same number of firefighters who lost their lives on the day of the attack. Fire Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh said, quote, "The FDNY will never forget them. This is our legacy. This is our promise." The department says 11,000 firefighters suffer from World Trade Center related diseases, including 3,500 with cancer. 2 firefighter unions are expected to hold a press conference in New York today about the department's new report. Coming up, we're taking a look at the potential impacts of a government shutdown.
Fall is in the air, and that means getting back to school, putting outdoor toys away, and getting ready for winter sports. But if an accident left you sidelined this summer, you should call Allen Brecky Law Offices.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultimate's fuel efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SRVC Turbo.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. for 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs. It's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you, your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Exciting news! US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Woods Nursery is a third-generation family-owned business serving the Tri-Cities since 1965. Right now is a great time to plant, and Woods has a wide variety of inventory with the most experienced people in the industry. Visit our beautiful facility with 5 acres of everything you could possibly need, and be sure to check out our gift shop. Woods Nursery thanks you and is looking forward to 50 more years. 2615 Van Giesen off the Bypass Highway in Richland.
School's back in session, which means a lot to a lot of people. Let's pray for a good year. Also, let's be careful. Watch out for the little ones. Let's enjoy football. Let's enjoy planning for the holidays. Call us if you're injured.
Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Fruits, veggies, and Fly the Northwest. Tuesday on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
How many industries could be affected by a potential government shutdown? We're talking about that coming up. Plus, reaching a breaking point, how a border city in Texas is dealing with an influx of migrants.
And get ready for more rain to start your work week with chilly temperatures expected. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Riley, how was your weekend?
It was good. I got to go up in a hot air balloon, so we'll talk about that a little later on in the show. But it was a fantastic weekend.
You're going to be an old veteran.
I basically am.
I've never been up. I'm sure it's fun.
Would you?
Oh, of course.
100%?
Yeah, why not? I would bungee jump out of a hot air balloon.
My uncle does local skydiving, and he says that he has once skydived out of a hot air balloon.
Oh,
and I don't know if I would do that, but...
Skydiving, I've always thought I would be brave until I got to the door of the plane. And then it'd be like, oh, I guess I better go. But they say it's exhilarating. So I think it'd be worth the fright. All right, quick look outside, and you can see a bit of haze out in the distance. We do have some visibility issues, especially if you're headed over to the Seattle area. Mountains are looking at 0 visibility, so be very careful out there. Our cities, though, we're seeing, again, like about 4 to 5 miles of visibility, so about 40%, 50% visibility, but still nothing that's really going to affect you. Could be a pocket, though, or 2 of fog. So we're looking at showers starting to dissipate in Yakima, Toppenish area, Ellensburg. This should come to an end in the next hour or so, and then we'll be looking at more shower activity on the way. We are getting a break for the Blues and for the Mid-Columbia. Here's that visibility I was talking about. 0 in Cle Elum, actually 2 miles of visibility, 20% in Ellensburg. So keep an eye out for pockets of fog. As we're looking at our daily planner, off and on showers for Yakima today. Highs are going to be very chilly in the upper 60s. Mid 70s your high for the Tri-Cities. We do expect showers to return in the early evening hours, and then late evening to overnight the showers will return for Walla Walla. Warm in Walla Walla, lower 80s. It's more warmer the more east we go because the cool air is coming with these showers that we're seeing later on today, and it's coming earlier for Yakima, thus those cooler temperatures. So a lot to talk about. More rain today, below average temps, and winds picking up as well. That's in my forecast coming up, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. The deadline for a government shutdown is days away, and Washington, D.C. is preparing for the worst. Federal departments and agencies have started the process of bringing a halt to non-essential functions, but if a shutdown does in fact happen, many other areas will also be affected. John Lawrence reports.
Congress has until Saturday to make a deal to keep the government funded, but members from both parties aren't feeling optimistic.
If we have a government shutdown, which I'm sad to say at this point looks likely, it will be because there are a couple dozen Republican members at least who want a government shutdown.
GOP Rep. Tim Burchett of Tennessee is among those holding his ground.
The American public knows what we're up to, and they're sick and tired of it. That's why folks like me, we're sticking to our guns, and all of a sudden we're the bad guys because we want to balance our budget.
Should the shutdown occur, nearly 4 million federal employees will be affected immediately, including the non-essential workers being furloughed until the shutdown is over. It would also have a snowball effect across the U.S., including the Bureau of Labor Statistics not releasing financial data, which would make it hard for the Federal Reserve and investors to figure out the economy. And the White House says travel will be affected as well by air traffic controllers and TSA workers not getting paid to work. While there are discussions about how to keep things running,
let's pass a 30 to 60-day continuing resolution. Let's make sure it's not loaded up.
It appears to be an uphill battle.
You can't keep spending $7 trillion when you're only taking in $5 trillion. That just doesn't work.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The leaders of the bipartisan House Problem Solvers Caucus say, quote, all options are on the table to force a vote on a plan to keep the government funded through January 11th. In Texas, the city of El Paso is opening up an overflow shelter to handle the amount of migrants coming into the United States. City leaders say El Paso is reaching a breaking point with the surge of migrants crossing the border. The facility can hold about 400 people, but officials say El Paso already has about 6,500 migrants in its custody and is receiving more than 2,000 every day. The city has sheltered over 7,000 migrants and served more than 16,000 meals in the last 10 days. One city official said, while the city is getting monetary support from the federal government, it is not a long-term solution to the overflow of migrants entering the U.S. through El Paso. President Joe Biden will welcome leaders of the Pacific Island nations to the White House today. The meeting is part of the U.S. Pacific Island Forum Summit. The summit will include a roundtable with Special Envoy for Climate Secretary John Kerry, as well as an evening dinner hosted by Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Ambassador to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield. The meetings are expected to highlight that the U.S. is opening diplomatic relations with two new Pacific Island nations, the Cook Islands and Niue. One administration official said the aim is to create robust relationships with Pacific Island nations rather than explicitly countering China's influence in the region. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
A little bit of dreariness on our Monday morning with shower activity still continuing Yakima, Ellensburg areas. More showers on the way and cool temperatures this week. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, we'll bring you some sights from up above from Prosser during this weekend's hot air balloon rally.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
I'm Dr. Rachel Fedino, CEO of New U Women's Clinic and Aesthetics. And here at New U, we want to provide a unique experience for our patients. I wanted to provide a place where patients can come and they can feel heard and listened to and really in control of their healthcare decisions.
Coming here has been life-changing for me. With the incredible help of the staff, who I feel like have become my friends, the support, and the program itself, it's encouraging, supporting. I've seen great results, and I don't feel like I have to yo-yo anymore. That's been wonderful. Also, I've done the Evolve, and that has given me great results as well.
New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is accepting new patients. Go to newyouwomensclinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yeah. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Stacy Lee. She knows the Northwest, and she knows Northwest weather.
And we're always working to make sure you get smart, complete forecasts.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30. She's on your side.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. We kick off Live's Let's Dance Week.
Did my entire back of my dress rip open?
No,
okay,
no, just a little bit.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend marked the Great Prosser Balloon Rally, and while fog kept the balloons from lifting off the ground Friday, they did, in fact, get to launch later on in the weekend.
Thank
on
goodness.
Saturday and Sunday.
Thank goodness.
I got to catch a ride on the last day of the balloon rally,
Woo!
and these are some of the sights I captured yesterday morning. As it turns out, my pilot this weekend, Sherry White, happened to be the mother of my pilot, Derek White, from the Walla Walla Balloon Stampede back in May. And tonight on Apple Valley News Now, a family of hot air balloon pilots, we hear how this unique skill set has brought the Whites closer together.
Cool. I didn't know an altimeter was there. How high did you get?
I am not entirely sure. We
Oh.
did not go so high. Sherry's motto is low and slow, and so we were kind of cruising. We hit the high speed of 9 whole miles an hour.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's more oxygen down low as well.
Exactly. So, and also, well, the winds were actually slower. So the higher we got up, we kind of got going, but we were kind of down by a field going about 1-2 miles per hour. It was a lovely ride.
And again, usually wind takes out the balloon rallies, but this time lack of wind, so fog took it out. But I'm so glad they got out this weekend.
Yeah, humidity was the cause on Friday. There was, I heard, a lot of humidity in the air. We saw the smoke, or the fog rolling over the mountains.
Yep.
It was beautiful, but unfortunately meant that the balloons couldn't go up that Friday.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we look forward to that tonight. All of your forecast coming up next.
We see all that fog there as well. Protesters march through Seattle denouncing comments made by a Seattle police officer. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy Chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, Heads Up Hold'em, or High Card Flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, it's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh,
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Craving an action-packed stack of game-changing, meaty, cheesy sauciness? Taco Time's Taco Cheeseburger. You're welcome. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade, it's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy, it's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport only at your local Ford dealer.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We've got to the work week and hope you had a wonderful weekend and have a nice week ahead planned. We have quite a bit of fog off in the distance for the Mid-Columbia, but we're seeing heavy fog in the Cascades. So if you are driving over to Seattle anytime today, do be prepared for zero visibility, at least right now. Our showers in the Yakima area and Kittitas Valley region starting to dissipate. We're going to get a break from the rain there in the next hour or 2 hours, and then we'll see showers return. I'll get to that in the future cast. We've been without rain since about 2 a.m. for the Blues and the Mid-Columbia. We expect rain to return later on today. It's going to slowly move to the east, and with this next round of showers, it's going to be much cooler, bring in cooler temperatures. So it just depends on where you're at is how warm you're going to get. It's warmer the more east we go because, well, the showers get to the east part of our areas, the Blue Mountain region, by the latest time today. So let's take a look at that future cast. And again, after a break in the next couple of hours to next hour, we're going to be seeing more shower activity coming into Yakima, Toppenish, a little bit spotty in our early afternoon. Then it's going to slowly move over into the east and some heavier cells coming into the Tri-Cities area, Mid-Columbia as we get to 8 o'clock tonight. Then it's going to slowly move over into the Blue Mountain region. Then come to an end, at least the heavier cells come to an end as we get to our overnight period into tomorrow. But we do have scattered showers throughout your Tuesday. And then as we get to Wednesday early, we're going to see more heavier showers, more heavier cells come in. Why is this happening? We have a pressure system out in the Pacific. It's going to be bringing in the jet stream into our areas. As we get to our afternoon, the jet stream will still be just churning in cooler temperatures and more shower activity, and then that jet stream is just going to slowly move through our area. So that's why we're seeing showers Yakima, Ellensburg, then to the Mid-Columbia, and then into the Blues. It's going to be a wild day today, folks, and we're seeing more shower activity on the way. I'll get to that in a bit. 60 right now in Hermiston. Other than that, mid to upper to lower 50s, and still a little bit of cloud coverage, or quite a bit of cloud coverage, holding in that heat. So this is for the Tri-Cities. We're going to be right around our average. So the Blues will be above average, and Yakima will be below average. And then we'll see those highs get just much cooler, around 10 degrees or more off of our average as we get to Wednesday and into our weekend. Chilly conditions are on the way. We do have winds picking up today, 10 to 15 to 20 mile per hour today. Not kicking up too much yet, except for in the Blues, But for tomorrow, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds possible, especially in your morning hours as that jet stream moves through our area. So heavier winds than we're used to are on the way. All right, 68 in Yakima, 65 in Ellensburg, staying chilly right there in the lovely Mid-Columbia. Mid-70s today, and over in the Blue Mountain region, we're in those lower 80s. For the Blues, you're going to see the biggest drop off into tomorrow with our highs as we get to the 60s throughout all of our areas. So 60s pretty much for the week ahead, maybe a little warmer on Sunday, but shower activity off and on for the next 4 days to 5 days at least. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-70s through tomorrow, then mid-60s into our next work week. My goodness, as we're looking to be very chilly. And today, folks, is the first Monday of fall and the last Monday of September. So shower activity taking a break in the next hour for Yakima, Ellensburg. It'll return early afternoon. It'll return to the Mid-Columbia early evening, and late evening to overnight it'll return to the Blue Mountain region. Scattered showers tomorrow.
Some important news for students in the Granger School District. Schools within the district are closed today due to power outages. Protesters have been demanding justice for the woman who was struck and killed by a Seattle police cruiser. The crowd's outraged over another officer's alleged mockery of her death. Paula Rivera reports.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
It was another protest and march through Seattle as people rallied for John V. Kandula and protested against the Seattle Police Officers Guild, or SPOG.
She had limited value.
The body cam video that ignited all of this has been shared again and again. In it, you hear Officer Daniel Otterer joking after the incident that claimed the life of Kandula when she was hit by another SPD officer driving their vehicle while responding to a call. It was later revealed by SPOG, the police union, that Otterer had been speaking to Union President Mike Solon.
With the things that have happened recently, where do you think community trust and police stand in the city?
It seems pretty low.
The group protesting has a problem with the current law enforcement culture and held signs directed at Otterer and Solon, who they want to no longer be union president.
I don't think as long as he's in that position, things are going to ever get better for either the police department or for us as a city.
The community needs trust, and one of the best ways the police themselves, each officer, I think needs to look at is to literally vote out or immediately replace their police union president and start building community trust.
The protest started in the Chinatown International District.
They were supposed to be audited and fixed, and it's not fixed.
From there, they marched south down to Soto. The goal, to end up right outside of SPOG HQ, and they did.
Most city residents just want to see a bit more accountability and oversight and reform, and want to work together to make that happen so that everything's better for both of us.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Damian Pickett, who was at the center of that violent and viral Alabama boat dock brawl, speaking for the first time.
I didn't expect this to happen at work today. I was expecting another peaceful, nice cruise.
Four of the boaters involved in the violence aimed at Pickett, pleading not guilty to misdemeanor assault charges. When asked about the incident, the defendants telling ABC News they had no comment. But Pickett telling Robin Roberts about the altercation.
What's going through your mind at that time? The people of the boat, their safety. Getting them in, getting everybody off, and getting them home. Plus, I'm thinking about his boat also. Because if our boat hits his boat, it's going to sink.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of Robin's interview with Pickett and the friends who jumped in to help him. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Don't mind me. I'm just the flu. I'm quite harmless, really. And when people ask, but aren't you linked to dangerous flu complications like pneumonia, heart attack, and hospitalizations? I just say, but I'm just the flu.
It's him.
Ooh, I'm just the flu.
Fight the flu with higher dose flu vaccines from Sanofi. They're proven to provide better flu protection than standard dose flu shots in older adults. They've even been shown to better protect against flu-related complications.
Don't get Fluzone High-Dose Quadrivalent if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, including egg products, or after previous dose of flu vaccine. Don't get Flu-Block Quadrivalent if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components. Tell your healthcare professional if you've had severe muscle weakness after a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems may have a lower vaccine response.
Demand more from your flu shot. To get a Sanofi vaccine, make sure to ask for it by name. Schedule your Sanofi flu shot, available at these preferred national pharmacies.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert weather forecast in just a moment, but first we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. A quick update on the Granger School District. The district is now saying they will be facing a 1-hour delay due to power outages, not a school closure. So students will be headed to school today 1 hour late. Cascade Natural Gas is working to restore the service to the communities of Zilla, Toppenish, Wapato, and Granger following an explosion and fire on Friday. The Toppenish Fire Department responded to a fire near the old sugar beet factory in Toppenish around 10:30 Friday morning. Firefighters found a pickup truck on fire next to liquefied natural gas trailers. The hazardous nature of the fire caused a large-scale evacuation. Gas was also shut off to customers. Service is expected to be restored by this evening. Now to the ongoing situation in Walla Walla after gasoline was found in the basement sump of the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Workers have drilled specially lined wells to help determine which direction the groundwater is moving in effort to find the source of the gasoline. The city of Walla Walla says the sump in the basement of a building across the street from the hotel continues to accumulate contaminants, and Clean Harbor is working to pump it out. A 41-year-old man died Friday night after his vehicle crashed east of Waitsburg. According to the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office, the man's vehicle crashed into a bridge pylon on Lower Hawkeye Road just after 10:30 p.m. The man was ejected and the vehicle caught fire. He was declared dead at the scene. An escaped inmate is back in custody at the Franklin County Jail. On Friday, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office reported 37-year-old Rigoberto Lopez Magalon had not returned from a 48-hour furlough. They also believed he removed his GPS tracking device. The Sheriff's Office says he's currently facing an assault charge from an arrest in July and now an additional escape charge. Lopez Magalon was located by the Pasco Police Department Sunday and booked into the Franklin County Jail. Friday was opening day at the Central Washington State Fair in Yakima, and you'll notice some changes at State Fair Park. The fair is keeping up with its free park and ride service, but this year it's moved from the Gateway Plaza to what used to be the old Astoria Hospital at 110 South 9th Avenue. There are plenty of fair food options, things like pickled pizza and Krispy Kreme donut cheeseburger. The fair opens at noon Monday through Friday and at 11 a.m. on the weekends.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We do have some foggy conditions, but way off in the distance, unless you're heading into the Cascades where we have 0% visibility. More shower activity coming down in Toppenish, Yakima, Ellensburg. This is about to come to an end, but we're going to see showers return early afternoon for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish. We'll see showers return after ending at 2 a.m. the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. For the Mid-Columbia, they'll return early evening, then late evening to our overnight period for the Blue Mountain region. So more rain for all of our areas, just going to take a little bit to get there. We do have a jet stream coming into our regions due to a pressure system out in the Pacific, and it's just going to be churning in shower activity throughout today, and really scattered showers tomorrow and more sustained showers by Wednesday. So get ready for wetness to be here. Good news though, we are still in a drought. We are seeing right around 50-degree temperatures from the lower to the upper across the board. That's helped by the cloud coverage, keeping in all the heat that we have, or at least the temperatures that we kind of persisted yesterday. With wind speeds, we are looking at winds 15 to 20 mile per hour today, 15 to 25 mile per hour tomorrow. Quick look at our highs. We're in the upper 60s for Yakima, 70 for Toppenish. Mid-Columbia, we're in those mid-70s and a little warmer. It's going to take a little longer for the cool temperatures to get into the Blues. Folks, take care and stay dry. Riley.
Thanks for waking up and watching Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back tonight.